The pharaoh's surveyors used ropes and precise measurements to establish the sacred baseline on the unforgiving stone.
Hold the line steady. Drive the stake firm. The measurement is confirmed. This corner is true. The trenches are filled, revealing a perfect level across the foundation.
It is level. The work may proceed.
Using heavy dolerite pounders, they first broke the raw ridges of the bedrock. Then, with copper chisels, they meticulously. 4,500 years ago, extracting limestone began by carving precise trenches into the quarry face.
Heave! Ho! Push together now. Slide the cribbing in. Heave!
Mark the stone, pull the rope, heave it now, give us hope.
Using water to lubricate the sand, the Egyptians drastically reduced the friction, allowing them to move the massive stones across the desert floor.
Pull for Pharaoh! We lift the sky! Heave ho! We lift the sky! Heave ho! Pull, brothers, pull! For the Pharaoh, pull! Together now! Pull! Steady! Hold it there!
This is how they did it. Utilizing the annual flood, massive stone blocks were ferried across the Nile to the base of the rising pyramid. With immense effort and precise coordination, the massive stones were finally transferred from the river barges on.
Heave! Ho! Pull together now! Pull it to the line! Harder, men! Push!
Gypsum mortar was mixed on site. Water was added to the powder, creating the thick paste essential for setting these massive stones.
Lower it now! Watch the alignment!
Almost there. Push it tight against the next block. With agonizing effort and these simple tools, the stone is finally locked into position, perfectly aligned with the master plan.
Pull it tight there. Steady now. Release. It is perfectly aligned.
Rubble was dumped into wooden frames and compacted using wooden pounders. A wet mud slurry was then smoothed over the surface to create the ramp.
Pull together now. Heave ho! Heave ho! Heave ho! Heave ho! Heave! All together now. Move it into position.
Guided by the red T marker, the block slides home. The precision is astonishing. Excess mortar is quick.
The line is set. Begin the excavation.
And this is how they did it. Using heavy dolerite pounders, they began to carve the massive granite beams directly from the quarry face. The principle was simple. Hammer the wedges, create a fracture line, and use leverage to free the massive blocks from the quarry wall. Using ropes and sledges, the massive granite block is levered aboard and cinched tight. Wooden pegs are hammered.
And pull. Heave. Again. Heave! Pull! Together now! Heave! Strong backs! Pull! Lift the stone!
The precision required was staggering. Using levers and stacked cribbing, they maneuvered these massive blocks into position deep within the structure. The wedge is pulled, and the massive beam settles into its final seat. A straight edge confirms the utilizing wet mortar as a lubricant, the massive granite blocks were precisely set, forming the crucial relieving structure above the king's chamber.
Inside the pyramid, the secret to the shafts lay in the relentless, rhythmic striking of stone with nudge with the lever, and the signal is immediately given for the next sledge. To extend the ramps higher, workers dumped rubble fill and quickly applied mud plaster. This was then smooth.
Pull and heave. Together now. Keep the rhythm. Heave. Ho. Push. Harder. Pivot the stone. Now hold it steady. Block the runner now.
This core jointing technique, utilizing mortar and precisely placed shims, allowed them to lock the massive stones into place with surprising accuracy.
Using a taut line and a simple plumb bob, the surveyors ensured the precise alignment of every single block.
To cut the massive stones, the copper chisels were constantly sharpened, heated into coals, hammered, and clenched.
Inside the pyramid, the secret to their construction lay in the meticulous dressing of each limestone block.
Sustaining the workforce was critical. Scribes meticulously recorded the distribution of daily rations, ensuring uninterrupted output. These casing stones required absolute precision. Workers used straight edges and chisels to dress the faces. Precision was incredible. Using nothing but reed padding, ropes, and levers, they could move these. Using sturdy wooden levers and a thin bed of mortar, the massive casing stones were precisely maneuvered and slid into position against the core structure.
Wipe it clean now. Yes. Perfect fit. It is smooth.
The key was precision. Using ramps, thousands of workers hauled the massive limestone blocks into position.
Secure those knots. All right, test the weight. Steady. Now, heave. Pull it up. Heave. Pull together now. Hold. Steady. And heave again. Lower it now. Steady with the levers. Nudge it left. And release the ropes.
Following the placement of the capstone, the dismantling of the massive earthen ramp could finally begin.
After weeks of preparation, the workers engaged the levers. The massive stone slides down, permanently sealing the pyramid's true entrance.
While the exterior required brute force, the interior corridors demanded absolute precision.
All right, men, gently now. Lower it slow. Heave. Ho. Heave. Ho. Settle it there. Perfect.
The alignment is perfect.
It is true, Foreman.
It is finished.
This is the Great Pyramid as it was meant to be seen. The casing stones fit together with breathtaking precision. From the initial survey and quarrying to the precise leveling and transport, every stone was carefully placed.
From the quarry to the Nile and up the massive ramps, the construction was a feat of logistics, culminating in